Hello. Oh my gosh, that was a terrible start to that. Hello. Hi, Sammy. Hi, Blanket. Happy affiliate anniversary. Thank you. How's everyone doing? Sorry I disappeared for a little bit. Pokopia came out, so I got a little bit sucked into it. There's an echo? Honestly, it might just be the room I'm in. Is it like a bad echo? OBS had a weird update and I don't know if I understand exactly what happened with it. Is it still echoing? Did this help? Hello, testing. Is it still echoey? Is it still echoing? How about now? I don't know if that actually changed anything. Sounds better? Okay, cool. Hello! Thank you for the happy affiliate anniversary. I totally forgot it was coming up. Because yeah, last week, 2 weeks ago now, I think, was my stream anniversary. So yeah, I showed off this model for the first time and then I disappeared because I was playing so much Pokopia and I was planning on streaming the game, which I think eventually I still do want to, but I haven't set it up yet to stream, and I'm also a little bit nervous about streaming games, so I'm a little bit shy about that. Sammy got addicted to Pokopia. I did. It's pretty bad. Okay, honestly, it's not the worst. I'm definitely not the worst person that I know. But I will say it allowed me to kind of spend more time with some people from school that I haven't really hung out with in a long time, because after we graduated school, and the pandemic and everything, we all went to our respective homes, and so we all kind of have been really far away and haven't hung out a whole lot. So this has definitely given us the time to hang out and talk again. So it's every night we've, at least for a little bit, chatted and stuff, and exchanged recipes and shop things and stuff. So yeah, that's been my last week. It's just every night it's just Pokopia. And I just finished the main story too, which I think makes me a little bit more willing to stream it, because I feel like so many people are streaming the story progress and stuff. And at the time that I finally was oh, maybe I will stream the game, I was I think a lot of people, I think it would be weird for me to start in the middle of the story, and I think at that point actually I was really close to the end, so I just finished the story. So if and when I do stream Pokopia, it'll be a lot of free play, building stuff, just fun stuff. You should stream Pokopia and ban every hater. True. I feel it's very Minecrafty, but I'm also not good at it necessarily. But I do enjoy it for sure, so I think eventually I do want to stream Pokopia. Maybe put some music on. I found this Pokemon-esque playlist. I haven't listened to the whole thing, but I seem to like the vibe. Let me know if that volume is okay. I have a couple of things that I started sketching that are Pokopia related. One of them, I kind of like both of them, but one of them I feel arguably could be spoiler-y. I don't think it's a huge spoiler, but just in case, I think I'll give it some time before I share it. I have seen people post art and stuff of this type, I guess, but just to be safe, I'll give it some time, because I do know there's some people who are still either waiting, they're saving up for a Switch 2 to play Pokopia, or they're entering giveaways on Twitter. Honestly, I did enter a few because I do have a friend who really likes Minecraft, and I think if you like Minecraft, you'll really enjoy Pokopia. This definitely feels like her kind of game, and she doesn't have a Switch 2, so I've entered a few giveaways just to be oh, maybe she can play with us. That would be really cool. Sammy plays Minecraft when? I don't even think I have a Minecraft account. I think the last few times that I played Minecraft, I used someone else's account. That, or way back when they had the mobile Minecraft free play thing, whatever it was called. I played that. That was when my little brother got into Minecraft too, and my little cousins. good times. But yeah, I'm gonna work on this particular one. I have, like I said, I have 2 things kind of started, but we're gonna work on. Oops. Oh, my thing froze. Hang on, give me a second. Hang on, let me restart that. Dang, what happened? I was wondering, right before this, my like Windows, what do you call it? I kept hearing the Windows error sound, and I didn't know what it was coming from, but it must have been this. This must have been what that was. I was like, I hear the error, but I do not see the error. But okay, there we go. Let's see. Can we see this now? If I move it, nice. Okay, we can see. So this, um, again, let me know if the volume is okay for music and everything. Kai is in the background. He told me he was gonna be working because he had work to finish up, but he seems to be having a good time downstairs, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that, but I don't have a door to close, so if he's loud, he's just loud. But yeah, I don't use Procreate's Page Assist feature very much because I don't do many comic style things. I have done a few in the past, but this one I thought was kind of cute. So if you don't know, and this is like spoiler free version, is the premise of Pokopia is you're a Ditto who wakes up and the world is all barren and stuff. And then he takes on the Ditto takes on the form of its former trainer, and there's a lot of cute fan art of how like Ditto misses its trainer. So I did a Ditto who thinks he sees his trainer, and then they look and they're like, oh, it's just a mirror, and they get sad. So yeah, those are the 3 kind of panels I have. I realize the bottom's a little bit covered. Let me actually close that or close the Prosecca thingy mabobbers I've got at the bottom. Love them, but don't really need them today. There was an error in your ways. It always seems that way. Every time I stream or do anything, there's always something wrong. Error in my ways. Yeah, I was honestly, it's only been a week since, well, actually, okay, technically it's been almost 2 weeks since I streamed, but man, I was starting everything up and I was like, I feel like I do not remember how to do anything. I was like going through trying to remember like what shortcuts I had where, and like I mess with the audio every time because depending on, I mean, most of the time it's the same, but I did play Log Riders a while ago with Kai, and so I did mess with the audio settings then. And then, like I said, OBS updated, and so I opened it and I was like, all the audio stuff is vertical versus horizontal, which already threw me off, so I switched it back, but like all the buttons look a little bit different, so we'll figure it out. But yeah, I started this. I think I'll keep this in like kind of a pencil sketchy style, just because there's 3 of them, and I think it'll be pretty simple. But yeah, it'll be pretty chill Pokopia drawing day. Yeah, hope everyone's been doing well in the last few weeks. Again, sorry for disappearing. It happens. Can't be, I mean, it probably could be helped, but yeah, it's what it is. Okay, this will be like behind where Ditto is, but for now I'll just figured the vines are a reasonable next step after the trainer reflection, and then we can kind of use those same pieces for the other parts. Like, yeah, it's very, very rough. What has happened since I last streamed? I think I hung out with my former coworker recently. I think the day after the last time I streamed, actually, which was really fun. I was like weirdly nervous. He's really nice. I wasn't really that nervous about hanging out with him, but it was one of those things where I was like we've only interacted as coworkers before, so it was like kind of like a double date. It was like him and his fiance, and then me and Kai, and we were all like hanging out. And they're very much extroverts, and we're very much introverts, and we like get along. Like we have like, I'd say similar enough humor. Like there was nothing wrong with that, but we were talking about like, oh yeah, we're kind of homebodies. Like we're the kind of people that an extrovert eventually adopts, and they're like, oh yeah, we're the kind of people who are very extroverted and outgoing, and then like we're usually the ones inviting people out and stuff, and we're like, cool, so we got adopted by some extroverts. Best feeling as a like kind of stay at home sort of individual, I think. Yeah, we played Mario Party, which was a lot more fun than I thought, because the last time last time I played Mario Party was probably when I was like really little, not like really really little, but like when my siblings and I were all young, and like cousins would come over and we'd play Mario Party like that. And then it would end with people fighting and yelling, and then we'd never finish the game. You know, normal Mario Party things. I'm gonna highlight this leaf, but I'm gonna erase it just so I can put everything on the same layer. Which I could have just selected it and moved it, but whatever. Kind of questioning the leaf placement, but I don't know how else to do this. Okay, I think that works. What other fun news is there? One of my sisters got a job. She's been doing a lot of like freelance stuff, so she's kind of been like, I guess, self-employed slash looking, but she ended up getting a real retail job. So now she has, I think, one pretty consistent freelance job. She has another one pending. She has that retail offer now, and I think she has like one small like part-time ish slash like after school program that she works at. I realize I don't need to do all the leaves there because I'm gonna put that probably behind Ditto, so don't need to worry about that. Just do this and then like, I don't know, maybe just color in the leaves. I could just use a soft brush, but we'll just do this for the fun texture. I've been trying my best to still watch the same streamers that I always do, but like I said, Pokopia has really taken over my time. I finished the main story for that like literally in the middle of the workday. Like I was on my lunch break, and I was just gonna play a little bit, make a little bit of progress, and I knew I was near the end, but I didn't think I was like within finishing range. And then I finished it, and I was like, damn, now I'm crying. So that was amazing. Spent the rest of my lunch break trying to move on in the game and just crying to myself, watching the credits and just getting emotional. It's not like that bad, but I'm an emotional person, and the music really got to me, I think. Okay. Back here, we can just cover that. keep these on the same layer. I want some of these features visible, but I don't want, like, the main idea is just the face will be covered, I think. That is the important part. Can't tell if Kai is going for a Shaggy impression. Like, new vocal stem unlocked, honestly. What was the other one? That was something else he's been saying a lot recently. I'm sure it'll come up within the next like hour or so. You know that like joke slash stereotype about like, oh, my girlfriend's mad at me for something I did in her dream. I had that recently. I had a dream that Kai and I were at like, I don't know, some kind of circus or like maybe Disneyland or something. I don't know. We were at some show, and then they had some kind of like audience interactive thing where like if you have like a plushie or something, they'll like take it on stage briefly and like make it part of the show, and then they give it back to you. And so I had a, what was it? It was a Teddy Ursa plushie, like the little bear Pokemon, which I absolutely love. I love Teddy Ursa. I call all the little bear Pokemon Bear. So I had my little bear plushie, which I don't have in real life, literally just in the dream. And I handed it forward to be part of the show, and it was like, it was part of it, and it was really cool, and it was super memorable, and I was like, wow, core memory. And then they started handing it back, and they gave it to like the first person in the first row of the audience, and they start like handing it back towards me. And then Kai grabs it, and then he gives it to some random kid. And I was like as if he was gifting it to them. And I was so mad. I was like, that's my plushie. And I was like, I can't take it from a kid. So I just had to let it be. And I got so mad at him. I was like yelling at him for it and stuff. In the dream, obviously. And then I woke up and told him about it. And I was like, man, I was so mad at you in my dream. And I told him about it. And he was like, you know what? I don't blame you. That would piss me off too. I was like, thank you for understanding. Because that was my plushie. That was my bear. Also, because like Pokemon plushies, I feel like are like borderline ridiculously expensive. I mean, they're Pokemon, so like to be expected, but still. Kai has a Jilbur plushie. He got it actually on our honeymoon when we were in Singapore. We went to the Pokemon Center in the Singapore airport. We got there like right before it closed too, and then that's where I got my Rowlet hat, and then he got his Drillbur plushie. I think I posted a picture too of the Drillbur plushie with the Switch 2 while I was obsessing a little bit over Pokopia. was. Am. I mean, here I am drawing Pokopia stuff, so was it really past tense? Oh, what happened here? Oh, wait, no, that's part of the sketch. Okay, that's fine. I feel like the next layer, the sketch has it coming from that same spot, but I think for some variants, I think it needs to go a little bit further like that. Honestly, I think with this particular one, the leaves are going to be the most time consuming part, because that's the part that's going to change really. It's like that, and then we have like some minor changes, a little bit simpler, but the vines are definitely going to be the part that takes the longest. Not in like a difficult way either, just in a like repetitive way. I also keep forgetting that I don't need to do the parts that are behind Ditto, but I do need to redraw Ditto a little cleaner anyways, so. You know how like in the game, you're Ditto, but you also have a name because your trainer gave you a name? Do you think any of the other Pokemon are like that? Because we call them all just by their like Pokemon name, right? Like we call them Pidgey or Squirtle. But do you think any of them had trainers who gave them names? Because honestly, Professor Tangrowth is the only one who really calls us by like our name given by the trainer. Like whatever name you put in, everyone else just says, "Hey, Ditto." Makes you wonder. Do I have it intersecting too weird? Possibly. I think if anything, I should move it up. Or this way? Maybe this way. And then I'll just extend this a bit. And extend it this way. Maybe just one back here. This music's putting me to sleep a little bit, which isn't terrible. I'm wondering if I should put on my working playlist, but it has a lot more normie like music than I'm used to having on stream. Let's see. You know what? I'll do it. Of course, we start with Teddy Swims. Been listening to a lot of Teddy Swims, but also I was talking with Kai and another friend about Troye Sivan because we were like tail end of high school when his Blue Neighborhood album came out and stuff, and I think it's coming on 10 years, so there's like all this special edition like promo stuff happening with it too. So that's been a big topic, and so Kai and I have been listening to a lot of Troye Sivan too. Let me back up and color this one first. Good thing about the pencil sketchy like style is I don't have to be perfect. I can just throw the colors in there and they're close enough and the vibe is there, and that's all that matters. Alright, there's the vines. Oh, sorry, that was very bright. So this is going to be the reflection, but from this angle we're not supposed to be able to see that it's a mirror. So, but I think I will draw it just for the sake of having it there. Turn this down so that we can see. Oh, Lee, hello, welcome in. Congrats on redeeming first. Wow, 17 times. And you drew Miku. Miku does not talk to British people. 52. Oh my gosh. Break time. Sammy, happy affiliate. Thank you. Thank you. How are you? How's it going? Yeah, I accidentally took a big fat break because I got sucked into Pokopia, and now here I am drawing Pokopia. I'm British. I don't even remember what the origin of that meme was, but it's just that meme where it's like Hatsune Miku does not talk to British people. I am weak. I bought another book. Ooh, is it another like history book or what book is it? Books are nice. Books are nice. But yeah, I will acknowledge the break time. I will stretch my wrists and I will. I think everyone should get up and stretch. Yeah, I'll chill here and talk. Actually, I should get some water. I left my water downstairs, so I'll probably run down and grab that really quick. But I'd love to hear about this book. So while you tell me about that, I'm gonna grab my water and be back in like a minute. I'm gonna not force myself to run up the stairs because then I'll be out of breath. Wuthering Heights, ooh, nice, that's exciting. Kai, hello. I'm not reading that out loud. Hello, how are you? Question mark. Maybe I should implement a text to speech thing so that if you want to say it, you can have your own way to say it. But I'm not saying that. I'm gonna go grab some water. I'll be right back. Maybe you should ban me. Do you want me to ban you? With the movie that came out, all the books changed the cover art to the film. Oh, honestly, I personally don't like when books do that. Like I don't really like when books do the like movie book cover. I know some people do, or like some people who like collect books and book covers, they like to do like have the movie version too. But I've never really liked that. I like having the Kai's laying on the floor over here. I heard his footsteps and I turned and he's just face down on the floor. I found a copy without the movie poster, so I'm super happy, so I didn't risk it. Oh, nice. Nobody wants the movie version, right? That's what I'm saying. Kai's sound. Kai has been heard in the background 32 times. You hear that, Kai?
21.
21, no, 32.
67.
Here, you wanna entertain chat while I get water?
No, I think we should ask you water.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna go grab water. I'll be right back then. Huh? What'd you say? No, I don't want to.
Okay,
Okay, be right back.
hold up, see.
Let's see. I'm back. I sound again? Yeah. Anyways, I'm back and I've got water. Ooh, George Ezra, also someone I've been listening to a lot. But yeah, going back to what we were talking about earlier, yeah, nobody likes the movie cover book. Yeah, movie version of book covers. You know what book series has really nice like limited edition covers is the Hunger Games series. They have like those nice floral ones. I honestly read a lot of like actually I think I read all the Hunger Games books including like the spin-off ones on Kindle. But I think if I were to collect like physical copies of books, I think I would do like the floral print version of the Hunger Games ones. Oh my gosh, I didn't even run up the stairs and I'm still out of breath. Too many stairs in this townhouse, gosh. Much needed break. Okay, let me catch my breath and then we can get back to this. But I guess for anyone tuning in for the first time today, I'm doing some Pokopia art. We've got Ditto with the droopy hair, and for a second they're like, "Oh, is that my trainer right there?" And then bam, he opens it, and then it's like, "Oh, it's just me. It's just a mirror," and they get sad. I have another Pokopia thing sketched out, but I feel like it might be borderline spoiler-y, at least for people who haven't like played the game quite yet, like at all. Because I feel like pretty early on you can kind of piece together a little bit of this. So I don't know if it's necessarily a huge spoiler, and if you're online, there's a decent chance you've seen quite a bit of this like genre of content. Um, but anyways, that other one that I started, I don't think I'm gonna work on stream, or if I do, I'll wait a little bit before I do. I prefer physical, yeah. I do too. I think at the time that the Hunger Games was coming out, I was a pretty big reader as a kid, so my parents were like, "Oh, we should just get it on Kindle because it's cheaper." I mean, like the Kindle itself wasn't necessarily cheaper, but they got me and my siblings a Kindle because they were like, "Oh, buying digital books will be cheaper in the long run." Granted, most of the books I read I got from the library anyways, but yeah, we were running out of space on our bookshelf, our like shared bookshelf between me and my three siblings. So they were like, yeah, digital versions it is. And then by the time the rest of the books came out, I was like, well, I already got everything else digital, so may as well just keep that pattern going. But like I said, I think the Hunger Games would be the one that I would get physicals of, just because like it's one that I started when I was younger, and like now into adulthood with the new books and the new films, I'm like, I mean, it's stuck with me, so I feel like it's meaningful. My parents came home from Italy and got me a couple things. Ooh, exciting! What they get? My actually two of my uncles are Italian, but I think only one of them has ever gone back to Italy. I say back to Italy, but I don't think he was born in Italy. I think he's just ethnically Italian. Yeah, but they talked about like visiting Italy, and they're like, oh yeah, they eat everything with like forks and knives and stuff. I don't think I've been anywhere in Europe, so yeah, but that's cool. That's cool. Where did I leave off? Oh, I have this. I guess I'll draw Ditto next here. Let me group all the vines together. So this is pretty much what we have so far, technically. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to do the border of the mirror and work my way forward. I remember now. Yeah, I did this a little bit out of order just because this was literally like a throw things onto the page and then figured it out later kind of thing. Sometimes it eventually comes up with a little more structure, but this particular time was really just in between things. I was doodling and sketching, and then this was the result. Okay, so that's the mirror. However, it's gonna be pretty hidden. At least that's the goal. We'll see what we can do. The purple was also pretty arbitrary, but I might stick with that. 2 Bibles from the Vatican, one in English and another in Italian. A classic Italian novel, bookmark, a Catholic icon of Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, socks, multiple maps. One of them is a tapestry, one is cloth, the rest is paper, flag, coin, and postcards. Wow, they brought you like a whole bunch of stuff. That's crazy. That's exciting though. You could have a whole like Italian museum in your room now. But that's really cool. Did they go just for fun, or was it like a special occasion, or what was in Italy for them? They were there for 2 weeks. Oh wow, that's like the whole time that Pokopia's been out. For fun, nice, nice. That's cool. My aunt and uncle are also at the point where both their kids are in college, so they've been doing a lot of like for fun travel. So they've been in like Europe, and where did they go recently? A lot of European countries in the last couple years. I think they're both graduating this year. At least one of them is graduating with his master's. Actually, he graduated with his bachelor's last year, and I think some of you might remember I did some graduation cookies for my siblings and my cousin. So that cousin will be completing his master's this year, and then his brother, I think, is on track to finish his bachelor's this year, which is technically a year early. Yeah, and I think, yeah, that's right, because we were talking to them recently about their graduation dates, and like their travel plans and stuff, because they're both on the East Coast, and the rest of the family, well, not the rest, but a lot of the rest of the family is on the West Coast. So we have to, not we, but his parents, their parents need to fly out there and coordinate, which is always tough. I mean, it was last year, right, where my sisters had their graduations like the same weekend. One on the West Coast, one on the East Coast. So, things happen. Oh, sorry, that was really bright. Here, let me turn this down. A little less harsh on the eyes. Trying to make this as like rock shaped as possible. Which rocks are easy, you can kind of do whatever. Sammy, your drawing needs a rowlet. Oh my gosh, you're so right. I kind of want to do like a series of just like Pokemon with the Ditto face. I know that's not like a new thing, but I think it would be a really fun like just doodly like sketchy stream where we just chat and draw Pokemon and stuff. I think that would be fun. This was a terrible color choice only because it's very close to the background. Ad jail, uh-oh. Okay, sorry for those going into ad jail, but thank you for your patience as you guys tough it through. If you guys are subbed, then happy to have you here, and if not, we'll see you at the other side of ads. Mochi should stream again. I agree. I don't know what happened. He was like on a roll, and then he just disappeared. I don't know where he went. I assume he's still been playing Resident Evil because he keeps sending me Resident Evil memes. But I think work probably picked up is my guess. But I know you're stuck in ads, so I'll repeat this all when you get back. But yeah, I missed that guy. At Vanilla Mochi, where you at? Someone tag him on Twitter. I guess I could, but I think he would get annoyed with me. Not like actually, but probably be like, ugh, Sammy wants me to stream again. Just for that, I'm not going to. I don't know why I didn't do that in the first place. It makes it much easier to see. Da, da, da. I forgot. Normally what do you call it? I have Chatty Do open so I can kind of see when ads are really going, because I feel like it's not always like exact. But I forgot today. I will keep the shading on this one pretty minimal, but rocks are easy peasy. You can be pretty random and it still looks pretty rock-like. Yeah, that's a rock. Free from ads? Oh, awesome. Yeah, I was saying, I don't know where Vanilla Mochi disappeared to. He's been sending me Resident Evil, like, memes and stuff, so I assume he's still around and still playing. But yeah, I don't know why he just randomly stopped streaming. He started, and I was like so happy to see him again. I was like, I miss this bozo. And then, yeah, I feel like I do think maybe work did pick up for him. I know his work is pretty seasonal, so I don't know. There's probably work stuff going on his end. Sammy, what you ate today? Let me think. For lunch, I had a leftover burrito from yesterday, which was pretty yummy. It was an al pastor California burrito, which is like, I don't know, maybe considered pretty basic, but I love me a good California burrito. And then for dinner, Kai picked up some bulgogi from Costco, so we just had that with some rice, just something simple. Had a little bit of kimchi with it. Easy peasy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And yeah, what about you? You get anything yummy today? I'm gonna turn the opacity on this one down too. That's what we're looking at. And then for the time being, we'll just shade in around here just to cover things up. Maybe I'll do like a pinkish color down here for the floor. Yeah, we'll probably tweak the vine colors too, but yeah, for now this is pretty solid. If anything, maybe make this a little bit more visible. Well, we'll color that too, and then it'll be pretty stand out-ish. And then we've got actual ditto here. On the right layer, probably not. There we go. Okay, just making sure that's pretty visible when I draw it. Okay. For breakfast, I had an entire container of Papa Murphy's 5 cheese bread, and then dinner was Panda Express. Ooh, I like Panda Express. People kind of like to give Panda Express crap, but at the same time, I'm like, you can respect Panda Express as its own food. Like, especially when I say it, because they're like, you're Chinese. How can you like Panda Express? And I'm like, you can be Mexican and like Taco Bell. You don't have to pretend like it's authentic. I know it's not authentic, but I feel like it's very good in its own right. Like Panda Express is not real Chinese food, but I still enjoy it. I still like me a good Panda Express. It's quick and simple. Yeah, exactly. Or what is it? It's the equivalent of saying like, "Oh, I really like McDonald's." Like I will acknowledge that it's not like the epitome of good burgers or anything. Like if someone's coming and visiting America for the first time and they want American food, I'm not going to suggest McDonald's, but I still like McDonald's. So when people are like, "Oh, why do you like Panda Express?" I'm like, "Why not?" why are you judging? I'm allowed to like Panda Express. The one thing about Pokopia is so you can unlock like outfits and hairstyles and stuff. And I found one that had glasses, which like, hello, I wear glasses, so I really like glasses. Um, and I wanted to wear it, and the only reason I don't have it equipped is because you can only have one accessory on, and the hat counts as an accessory. So if I wear the glasses, I can't wear the hat, and I'm like, the hat is so cute. And then also the glasses, they're not like clear, so you can't see like Ditto's eyes when you wear them. So I'm like, is it worth it? Like, you don't get the cute face and you lose your hat. So I'm like, my character right now does not have glasses in Pokopia. And that is okay. It's not like I've never worn contacts. Like, there was a point where I wore contacts all the time. It's just my eyes got really irritated after a while. Like there was literally a really long period when I first started wearing contacts where I had no issue with them, and then starting around senior year of high school, I started getting a lot more sensitive to them. And by that time, it had been like 4 years of wearing contacts every day with no issue. And even after that, after high school, I still toughed it out for another 2 years and was trying to like force myself to wear contacts anyways. Um, and then I just gave up after a while. I was like, my eyes clearly do not like this. So now I save contacts for like special occasions, like my wedding. Which, funny enough, leading up to that, I wore contacts on a few occasions and was like, oh, it's actually not really bothering me much at all. Like, it definitely wasn't lasting as long as it used to when I like first started wearing contacts, but I was like, I can last most of like the important part of a day, if that makes sense. So I'm like, maybe my eyes have decided to give contacts another try. Chinese Chinese cuisine takes time to prep and cook, but Panda Express just go in and walk out. Yeah, exactly. It's like Chipotle. Like you kind of go for the convenience, and also like, I don't know, it's just a different vibe. Not Panda Express specifically, but I always find it really funny because I have a cousin. She's half Italian, but she's very, very white passing, right? She doesn't look Chinese at all. And it's crazy how differently, like, people at Asian restaurants will treat you if you're not Asian. Because I think we were on a family trip to, like, Lake Tahoe or something like that. And we went to, like, some milk tea boba place, and all of us happened to get drinks with lychee jelly. And depending on what language you speak, or like what you grew up with, some people call it lychee, some people call it lychee. My family speaks Cantonese, so we say lychee. Um, so all of us one at a time go up and order our boba. Literally all of my cousins. Oh, can I get this tea with lychee jelly, can I get that with lychee jelly, blah 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 blah. And then my white cousin goes and says, oh, can I get this with lychee jelly? And the guy looks her dead in the eye. Mind you, all of us are still there. We're like the only people in the restaurant. And they just look at her and they go, it's lychee. And we're like, you didn't correct any of the like 5 or 6 people before her, but you corrected her. And like, I get it if like you speak Mandarin, then like, sure, it's lychee to you, but like, it's not lychee to us. I mean, like, I still know what you're talking about. I'm not gonna like judge you for saying lychee, but they were just so rude about it, and I was like, it was so blatant. It was right after everyone else had already ordered, and we were like, that wasn't really necessary. Maybe this part can come out a little bit more so it's not super flush with like. Alright, coming together. Now we have to decide the colors, and I think I'll probably just use the default colors that they usually use, like in the trailers, which was like the brownish red hair. It'll probably have to be darker for like lighting purposes, but for now we'll use this. I know there's easier ways to color this, but I feel like with this style, this is just really soothing to just fill it in like this. I want to do a stream where it's literally just like going through a coloring book, like not anything fancy or technical, literally just a soothing, calming coloring stream. Like Wendy's right now has like their Thin Mint Frosty like Girl Scout collab thing, and it came with, I don't know if it was the Frosty actually that came with it, but something we got came with a Girl Scout like coloring book thing, and I was like, imagine if I just colored this on stream. But then I was like, what's stopping me? there's no reason not to. Just gotta find that camera, and then I can color things. I can build my many unbuilt Lego sets. They're just sitting, they're right behind me too. I have a bunch of puzzles and Lego sets. Kai actually got this Pokemon puzzle that I want to do with him. It's I can't remember the name of the artist, but it was like a pixel artist who did like, I think most of the like Kanto Pokemon, I think. But it's like a map and then like a bunch of the Pokemon and everything, and it's really cute. But maybe I'll see if Kai wants to do that with me. Right, that would be fun. This looks so weird. It also looks very Trapinch colored. It's anyone's favorite Pokemon Trapinch. There's that whole thing about like every Pokemon is somebody's favorite or something, which I feel like there's gotta be some that's not true for, but like where are the Trapinch lovers? I will definitely adjust this color after I'm done with this. Oh, you know what Kai's sister brought to my attention, which is so funny because I think she is the only person on the planet who remembers this. It's apparently the anniversary of my Etsy shop as well, which she said happy Etsy anniversary to me, like she texted me, and I didn't have the heart to tell her that I actually closed my Etsy shop a little bit ago, because I did technically make an announcement on it, but I did make it pretty tentative. Like, it was technically on vacation mode for a really long time before I like officially closed it. Um, but I just figured like it's not something that, especially with the move and everything, I was like, I don't know if it's something I can prioritize right now. By the time I had closed it or put it on vacation mode, I was only still like at that point getting like an order or two a month, anyways, if at all. So it had definitely slowed down, and I actually had some products that I ordered because I outsourced from Sticker App for a lot of my stickers, but then I never actually listed them. And then I was like, I don't know if I have it in me to like list them and like advertise and everything. And like honestly, it just wasn't feeling like a priority as much as it used to be. Because I feel like once you lean into like selling your art, you kind of start having to choose between like marketing your existing art or improving on your art. And I still feel like I have so much room for growth. And like even like convention artists that I've become friends with over the years, they've talked about like, oh yeah, I think it's really cool to see how your art grows and stuff and changes, because once you kind of settle in on a style and start selling it, it gets really hard to try to shift from that. And between the two of those, I feel like I want to focus on getting better before I get back into selling. And that doesn't mean I won't ever sell stuff again. Like obviously I have like my digital products and stuff, and I still have stickers and everything. But I think it's time to. I figured it was time to hang that up and move on for a little bit. Maybe come back to it another day. Someday in the future, Sammy Doo will come back on Etsy. I think it said that the reviews and stuff for the shop stay up. It's just the shop won't be there anymore, which I do need to update my card actually so that it reflects that, because I'm not sure where that link even goes to anymore. What color should I make the hat? Mine is pink in the game. I feel like there's a lot of yellow here. Let me see what comes up when you look up Pokopia. Pokopia. It's the purple jacket. Is the hat also purple? I'm just trying to see what like. You can't really see it from this image, and I could just make it purple. Off the top of my head, I feel like yellow makes sense. Probably do purple. It's like white and purple. I should have kept that picture up. I don't remember what the hat looks like. Oh, this is way too bright. Okay. Let's do some kind of slightly like. I know that was barely different, but change it more later. This how it's supposed to be. maybe I'll. I forgot it has sleeves. Oh wait, the sleeves are the lighter color. This song had a lot of like sad edits on TikTok, I think. I love you, I'm sorry. Oh, you know what it was? The trend was this song with like really sad movie moments. I don't even remember what the caption was for those. Someone did like 2012, like the disaster movie. Man, I remember. Do you guys remember where you were the day the world was supposed to end in 2012? Good times. I think I had this conversation with someone recently about like, oh, where were you in 2012, the day the world was supposed to end? And then like, at first I was like, oh yeah, we were in school and we were talking about it at school. But then I thought about it and they were like, weren't we on break, like on winter break? And I was like, wait, I think you were right because I thought it was like late December. But I feel like maybe it was early December. I don't remember like the exact date. Because I vividly remember being at school and everyone was like, oh, the world's supposed to end today. And we're like, what time? And someone randomly, arbitrarily was like, at lunchtime. And then nothing happened. So I don't know. I think I'm just misremembering. Or someone's misremembering. I don't know. Let's color this reflection too. Get base colors in and then we'll like cover it and shade it and make it a little more like subtle, I guess. think ads are coming up soon, so if you're subbed, then you can hang out with me, and if you're not, make sure to grab some water, stretch if you need to. I think I will also take a little water break. I have my water here, so I'll still be here. I won't be going anywhere, but make sure you're not sitting there for too long, whatever you're doing. Things can't be said. Borrow this color. I think the opacity here is I was hesitating on drawing this, but you know what was interesting is in the game, one of the items you can get is a wiggly mirror. It's basically one of those like wiggly, like funny mirrors that you get, I think. Well, actually, no, it's a ditto shaped mirror. That's all it really is. And I've gotten 3 of them, and it's not like, at least I don't think it's a craftable thing. It's like it's one of the large relics you can get. And like I said, I've gotten 3, and I'm like, okay, that sounds to me like a sign from the universe. So here I am drawing mirror. It's not the wiggly mirror, it's a normal mirror, but mirror nonetheless. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Let's see how that looks on this. If not, I'll just use it for, I kind of like that. This is just the sketch. Group all these colors. Okay, so there's ditto, there's the vines. Okay. Now as far as rendering, actually with the vines also, just put that there just for the sake of filling it up. I almost want to just merge the whole thing and well, let's try that. Let's merge the whole thing. We'll keep the layers too, and then we'll see what we can do shading wise. Keep it easy peasy. Ads are wrapping up. Oh, that was a couple minutes ago, but anyways, welcome back from ads. I'll take a soft brush. I'll keep it easy. I don't want to like overdo it. Yeah, I think that's fine. Now, as far as for the rock, I'm thinking also throw a multiply layer on it. And make it kind of purplish. I think I might be overdoing it on the rock. I think if anything, maybe this is too saturated. Okay, let me drink some water really quick. Man, that Costco bulgogi was salty as heck. I just realized there's a little like birthday hat icon next to my name. I did get a notification that it was my affiliate anniversary, so I wonder if Twitch just like celebrates that. I assume so. That probably sounds really silly, but keep in mind this is my first time here. It's my first time doing this. Is it always there? The little hat when it's your like affiliate anniversary? I had no idea. That's cute. Get used to this. Time flies by in the young days. I'm glad I merged the vines because that is so much less work than doing each individual piece. Because I was thinking like, oh, I'll blur some of them based on how far back they are, but that is so much work for what this is. Like the only thing I think I might blur is like the reflection of the trainer. We'll see. We shall see. Messy. Edges. simple, but I think that's good. Maybe the top of the rock can be a little darker, like the lime part for that. Yeah, sure. Good enough. Let's see, so this one I had it come closer. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay, let me name these first. Okay, here's Ditto. Vines. There's also the vines. This is the rock. I guess I can keep this to mirror. This is like background stuff. What is this? Nothing. And what is this? The mirror. Is it? Wait, what is that? I'm confused. Oh, it's the back. No, what is that? Because this is the mirror. Well, I'll just ignore that then. So it's the mirror background. Mirror back. Yeah, that's what we'll call that. Okay. Now this stuff. Oh, that's the. Well, I guess all these need to be merged anyways. Oop. Okay. Let's move the rock. The rock will be in both of these next ones. Exactly where it is. The mirror will also not change, except maybe the visibility, if anything. Okay, let's turn these off for now, or put this in front. That's what we'll do. Okay. Normally, I don't really like transforming things without redrawing it, but because we're kind of doing just a silly little thing, I think I'm okay with it, except that was the wrong one. This one. Ditto. silly little hands because we're a silly little ditto. Put my iPad in too. I feel like worried it'll die on me. I've been pretty. Thought I broke something. think we've got another round of ads coming in. Hang tight if you're sitting through ads. Let me know if you get an interesting one. I feel like they're always listening, and they always give me food ads when I'm hungry, when I'm watching other people. Let me know if anyone has any fun ads. Not that ads are typically fun, but you know, something to kind of, I don't know, look forward to, question mark. I am going to bring this over here just as a reference. Here. You know what, I just realized that arm should not have been there. Because this arm needs to be holding the vines up. So this should actually end here. Goodness. That looks a little funky, but whatever. You know what? It's good that I got this group because I think these three I will borrow because I think those can probably stay here. Strawberries and cigarettes, always taste like strawberries and cigarettes, always taste like. I kind of want to at least sort of match. I know no one's gonna look this closely, but also with how it like bends and twists, it's bound to look different, so it's okay if it's not perfect. Just like that, that's how it's visible anyways, so Welcome back from ads. Hope you guys are enjoying your night. I've just been sitting here kind of pretty quiet night today. It's going alright. I think it's coming along, and that's the important thing. I'm thinking I will add the hand right here, though, just a little thing. Over here, pretty sure it's this color. Just color coding, easy peasy. Silly little ditto fingers. That sounds so weird. Should I just keep the other lines there too? I'll move it a little bit. You know what? I'll copy it over, but I will literally just shift it over, I think. Oh, nice. Okay, these are both here. Man, where am I? Okay, here we are. I want to see you, but I kinda sorta don't. 'Cause if my airplane never lands, if my taxi don't come, so when I get home, that I'll have to say out loud what I know I'm gonna hear. You don't really wanna marry me too. Sammy, what you doing this weekend? I don't think I have any specific plans this weekend, actually. Oh, hiccups. Let me think. Yeah, my mom, I think she's actually at a conference right now. I think she'll be back by the weekend. My dad also said he had something. He and his friends usually have an annual like guys trip, but he has something else, so he can't make it to that. But I know they're getting together for dinner, and they did invite me and Kai. So I don't know, but I think since that was supposed to be like end of guys trip dinner for my dad, like I'll just let him do that. Is my guess, or is what will look likely happen. So if anything, probably a lot of unpacking. Kai will probably be out. I think he said he has plans, which means, I mean, I have a couple things that I need to take care of, just adulty wise. Maybe clean up, start unpacking the apartment, unpacking our stuff from the apartment. So if there's time, maybe I'll stream. Sammy, without weekend plans, something's wrong. I know, right? Sometimes, like, I love living near my family, but it feels like there's always something. Like, there's always something on the weekends, which is great because I do like spending time with my family, but I'd be lying if I said it didn't get a little overwhelming sometimes. So maybe that means it'll be a streaming kind of weekend. Maybe. I did make an overlay for if I stream Pokopia, but I haven't set it up yet. I also haven't actually tried hooking up the Switch to my computer. I know it's the same capture card, but I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I'm doing something wrong with the capture card. Like, cause like obviously there's the capture card, and then this capture card has software with it, which Kai helped me set up the very first time. However, I kind of want to see if I have like the right thing because like it works, but the weird thing is, and like I know it works for streaming because I've streamed Project Sekai on it 3 times now. But I think you guys might remember the second time I had a lot of problems with it because if it crashes or if something disconnects, I have to like close OBS and then reopen it because for some reason the capture card doesn't actually transmit the thing to OBS unless the software is closed, which doesn't make sense. But if it's plugged in and the software is closed and OBS is open, then it works. But then if something gets disconnected or like an alarm goes off or something and the audio gets disconnected, I have to close OBS and then reopen OBS and then it works again. So I definitely think I'm doing something wrong. So I think before I stream Pokopia, I want to make sure whatever that issue is, whatever that deal is figured out because that's very confusing to me. Because I feel like that's not right, that I have to have it closed. Because there's like the like little like Elgato whatever, like the 4K icon. I think that's the right one. But like when I have it open, sometimes I see the thing that's being captured and sometimes I don't. But regardless, I feel like I can't actually control anything, like the audio and everything. None of that, there's no buttons or anything to press. There's like a recording button, but there's like constantly a timer going, so I can't even tell like when I press it, the color of the icon changes. But I can't tell when it's recording because you would think if it's counting, like if there's a timer, that means it's recording. But then why is that on by default? And then like when I click on it, I can't remember. I think like another timer starts. I don't know. It's confusing. I'm confused. I'm clearly not meant to be streaming or something like yeah, but I do want to eventually, whether it's this weekend or somewhere down the line. Like I said, I did finish the main story for Pokopia, so if I stream Pokopia, it'll be like freestyle building stuff, making homes. I started making a home for Professor Tangrowth, which is funny because I started it and then I got his like request to be like, oh, can you make me a home? So yeah, honestly, I kind of wanted to do it like way earlier on because there was a point like really early in the game where he makes a comment about his back aching, and I felt so bad, and I was like, I need to spruce up his like cave, which isn't a spoiler because the cave is literally the first thing in the game and it's in the trailer and everything, so I'm okay talking about that. I'm trying to be very mindful because I actually know quite a few specific creators even who are still trying to either save up for a Switch 2 in Pokopia or win one of the many giveaways that have been floating around. Because same, I have a friend who I really think would enjoy Pokopia, so I've been trying to win a giveaway for her. Our whole friend group has been very much trying because we all play, but I really think she would enjoy it because she's really big on Minecraft and Pokemon. She plays a lot of Pokemon Go. Like part of me feels guilty entering those giveaways though because I'm like, I know that personally I have a Switch 2 to play on, and so it probably looks really greedy, but I'm like, I really want this friend to play. Do you have any fun plans this weekend? At Blanket or at anybody? Anything fun to share? I feel like my supervisor my boss trying to make small talk with our group. Our team is pretty small and we're all pretty awkward and mostly remote, so he always tries to like break the ice. I won't say always. I feel like I had another coworker, he and I kind of were a little more on the I guess, extroverted side, which is funny because I'm not an extrovert at all. But his attempt at getting chit chatty with the group is at the end of our weekly check in. He's like, "So, anything else anybody want to say or share?" And it's hard to tell if he actually means like fun stuff or work stuff. Um, that's how I feel asking like, "Oh, anything interesting?" It's not greedy. The odds to win giveaway are very slim. Yeah, I agree. It's one of those like, oh, it's worth a shot, but like most of the time it's probably not going to like happen. I need to fill in the rest of that mirror. In which case, let me grab that other. I'm gonna grab this one instead, actually. And then we'll use this one for the mirror up here, wherever it is. Here it is. That way we can color it properly. Let me also get all these vines together. Oh, continue my regularly scheduled Disney Pixar movie before bed marathon and then play some games. Oh yeah, I forgot you were doing that. What movie did you watch most recently? I know last time you had watched WALL-E, which I love WALL-E. I actually haven't watched WALL-E in a while again, so I think Kai and I are overdue for watching WALL-E. What has been your most recent Jenna's Robin Hood? Ooh, I haven't watched Robin Hood probably since I was like a kid, like legitimately. Like I don't remember Robin Hood very well. That's how long it's been. Like I know I had to be really young when I first saw it, and I know I have watched it, but I could not tell you a single thing. Like aside from a few scenes, like I feel like a lot of movies from my childhood, I don't remember the plot. I remember the visuals. Like if there was something visually interesting, that's what I remember. And there's like one shot that I can remember of him like kind of leaning off of a tree and like leaning down at the like fox lady. But I'm so bad at remembering. I've always been really bad at remembering. Well, not always, I will say, but as a kid, I was definitely really bad at remembering the actual plot of the media that I watched, like Ghibli films and stuff, and all that. I'm like, I definitely watched it, but don't ask me what happened. Or the number of times I saw Star Wars as a kid, and I still can't remember a lot of details about Star Wars. Granted, I wasn't technically allowed to watch Star Wars. My parents thought it was too scary, but I snuck behind the couch when they would watch with their friends. And I remember like being like, "Oh, what's so scary about this?" Because I saw C-3PO and I was like, "Man, they look so fake." And that's all I remembered. And then I just wasn't interested. Oh, that was the thing that Kai's been saying a lot recently, though, is from the prequel movies. Anakin has that whole spiel about how he doesn't like sand, and Kai keeps reciting it recently. I don't like sand. Oh, don't even get me started. I'll mask it. That's how I'll do this. And then we will clear out this part because we want to see that yes, it is in fact a mirror. So maybe it's useless. That doesn't give a word for it. I know. Tomorrow's Zootopia 2. Ooh, I haven't seen Zootopia 2, but I've heard good things about it. But also, I know some people who are being really weird about it. But I've heard it's good. I've heard it's good. I love the artistic direction of 70s to 90s movies. Yeah, I miss 2D animation. As much as it was cool to introduce 3D animation to Disney and Pixar, I wish they kept some 2D animation. Because I don't know if you saw, I haven't seen the movie Hoppers, but I saw the concept art for it, the concept like animation for it. What do you call it? This like story? No, it was like it was like the 2D animation sketch stuff, and I was like, it looks so cool and so fun. And not that like it just feels so different when it's just modeled in 3D. Like it loses so much of its whimsy. And I was like, man, I would totally go to theaters to see a 2D animated Disney movie. It has a very special charm to it that I really miss. I love the hand-drawn backgrounds and characters. Yeah, I used to love if you had like VHSs of old Disney movies, they used to have like behind the scenes stuff. Like I remember the Peter Pan one so vividly, where they would show the models that they drew it after and show how they overlaid everything, and it was so cool to watch. That was probably my favorite thing. I think I remembered that more than the actual movies most of the time. Good times, but man, what's this? I'll keep it there, I guess. And then this is the mirror. Okay, let's. I guess I'll move this here, and then I'll sketch this. Incompetent. Let's move the vines out of the way. There's a lot of what I've learned recently is there's a lot of crickets in our area. Recently, I don't know if it's like the weather because it's gotten like significantly warmer out here. You hear crickets really clearly at night. There's also like a lot of empty like field space because there's construction happening behind us, which is probably why. So there's a lot of like dirt and stuff, but holy moly. Crickets galore. Everything's sadly 3D animated, which I don't mind, but it lacks character. Yeah, like there's a charm to it too, but it's definitely different. Like it does also make the 2D animations a lot more like nostalgic and stuff, but I wish they would bring that back, at least for like one film. Oops. Like there's so much untapped potential there if they would go and do at least a little bit of hand animation again. Just have to kind of fade there. And the face, I've got a cute little ditto face. Big old smile. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna make myself cry. I think I need to scoot this down a little bit though. Wait, I'm confused. What is this? Oh, that's there. Okay. I think think I need to keep some of this still covered a little bit. Oops. Have you encountered a Rowlet in Pokopia? Actually, I was gonna say yes, but I think I might just have. What's the evolution, the next evolution after Rowlet? That like fancy one, not the third evolution, but like the middle evolution. I have that one, but now that you mention it, do I have Rowlet? I don't think I have Rowlet. Dartrix, yeah, I have Dartrix for sure. Oh my gosh, I totally, in my head, I was like, yeah, I definitely have Rowlet, but I don't think I have Rowlet. You know what? I'll save looking for if Rowlet doesn't show up spontaneously, then whenever I do end up streaming Pokopia, I'll make sure to try to build his habitat specifically for you. We'll build a Rowlet house and try to get him to come. He is in the game, right? I'm pretty sure he is. If Dartrix is in the game, Rowlet has to be, right? I think so. I'm pretty sure I've seen people with Rowlet. I might just be making that up, but I think, yeah, you're so right. I don't think I have Rowlet. Dartrix is the weird teenage of, yeah, he's like even in this game, they specify that he's a bit of a neat freak. So I put a bucket of cleaning supplies next to his home, and he's like literally the happiest Pokemon in that area right now. He's so happy. I asked him how he was. He doesn't even have a house. He has a tree, a perch, some grass, and a bucket of cleaning supplies. And he's like, this is awesome. I love living here. I'm like, okay, if you're happy, then sure. But yeah, he's definitely like weird teen vibes. You know what's really unexpected is I didn't realize until like pretty recently what a like neat freak my brother is. Like he's actually kind of germophobic. It's kind of funny actually. Like I think when he went off to college, we were talking about like how often we do laundry and stuff or whatever, and like he brought up, what did he say? Oh, he brought up that he goes through clothes a lot because if he's like getting ready in the morning, getting dressed and stuff, and he puts on like a shirt or something, but then changes his mind and changes into another shirt, that first shirt, he counts that as dirty and puts it in the dirty hamper. Even if he wore it for like 30 seconds and then changed out of it, he's like, nope, that's a dirty shirt now. I'm like, what? Crazy. I'm like, you cannot be doing that much laundry as a college student in New York City. Decidueye is the coolest final evolution of the grass starters. Kai really likes him too. Also because I think at the time, well, I don't know if he was still at the time, but Kai got really into archery in college. He was actually the president of the archery club. And yeah, so he was really big on Decidueye and Rowlet and stuff. Yeah. Man, my allergies have been like kicking my butt like on and off all day, and it doesn't help that there's been a lot of like lawn mowing and stuff happening outside like literally all day. So my eyes keep like watering every now and then. I'm gonna color the reflection. And then it should be pretty easy from there. So once I color this, I might take a quick break and then we can come back to this, which is good because I think ads are coming up soon. So in that case, maybe I'll actually take that break while ads are running. I'll just color this part first just so we can see that smiley happy face, moments before disaster kind of thing. No, not disaster, just disappointment. But that's a happy face. We like happy faces. Okay. I normally avoid changing shirts multiple times a day. Yeah, same. I think he was literally talking about like if you can't decide what to wear, like he puts it on, he's like, oh no, this like I don't know, doesn't match whatever vibe. I don't know. Like he'll put it on, be like, nope, and then take it off, put on another shirt, and that one goes in the dirty hamper. And I'm like, what the heck? He's interesting. Okay, let me see. Where is that timer? Okay, let me see if I can remember. I think it was set countdown, exclamation mark, set countdown. Let's do a 15-minute break. 15. And we're just gonna guess. I think this is the right format. Break time. Let's put on a shirt that's loose and go on with my day. Yeah, honestly, I've never been super picky about clothes either, so I totally feel that. Let's see if this works. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick break. You guys should also take a quick break, get a good stretch in, drink some water. I'm gonna drink some water and refill my water. We'll be right back. That's gonna look so weird in the VOD when the music is different. Hello, hello, I'm back. Let me close this. Oh no, I need a sneeze. It's right there. I feel it. I need to sneeze, but it's not coming, and now I look silly. Okay, I guess that'll be a later thing. That sneeze will come back to haunt me. You know that tickle? It's there. It's still there. I definitely need a sneeze. I told you the allergies have been on and off all day. It's coming in waves, which isn't very normal. Normally, it's either I have allergies and it's just consistent, or it's nothing. But today has been a little weird. Whew, welcome back, Uncle Sammy. Thank you, Uncle Blanket. Or I guess if I'm Uncle Sammy, would you be Nephew Blanket? Would that be the correct title, I suppose? Nephew Blanket? How are you guys? Kai's auntie? So we're uncle and auntie. I see. I guess that could be anything. Oh my gosh, that was like discourse over like calling random like neighbors and stuff uncle and auntie, which is very common for like Asians and honestly most of the planet, I feel like, aside from like I don't know. I feel like it would be faster to name places that don't use uncle and auntie for like older or not like much older, but you know, like just as a respect kind of name. But there was like some thread on Twitter where someone was like, oh, why would they call their neighbor auntie or whatever? And it's like, that's a pretty normal thing, I think. Like you see a random lady in the street, she's just auntie, unknown auntie. I don't know. I think it's normal, but not everybody agrees. Okay, I might just even take these same things for the lines here. Sorry, it'll look a little messy for a second. And then this also. Beautiful. Okay, anyways, back to coloring. Ditto. Sammy and the Big City movie when? What city are we talking? The nearest big city to me is San Francisco, and I don't think it'll be that exciting. I mean, okay, San Francisco can't be exciting, but I think I'm just a little desensitized to San Francisco. Living near here, working near there, seeing the good and the bad. Honestly, I haven't done a lot of touristy things in San Francisco, so I think that would be fun. I've done a little bit of stuff, especially since Kai's moved out to the Bay too. We've had some fun SF days, fun city days here and there, so I think that would be fun actually. I don't know if I could make a movie out of it, like what would the plot of that be? Any big city? Could do New York City. I've been there a few times, but mostly to visit my siblings because they're out there. was thinking mouth open really captured the excitement. Does Ditto have teeth like this? Should I do no teeth? Maybe this is a no teeth kind of thing. Just this and then like a tongue. Oh, you know what I could do? Heart tongue. Oh, cute. Cute. This has been a fun little scratchy drawing. What big city would you visit, do you think? If you had a movie about you, does Seattle count as a big city? I've never been to Seattle, but that sounds fun. Any big city gonna kill me from being surrounded by normies? Sharing the same air with normies. There's a lot of like weeb presence in like big cities and stuff too, though. Oh, sorry, I've got hiccups. Like New York and San Francisco both have the Nintendo store, and actually Bart if you're in the Bay Area, they have a Hololive Suisse birthday thing going on. Yeah, like local transit in the Bay. They literally introduced those like anime mascots. Granted, they haven't done much with them. I feel like there's a lot more potential there. I thought they were gonna do a lot more with it, but yeah, they've got an anime mascot, so lots of normies, but there's a lot of I think like fan culture and stuff too. It's a mixed bag for sure. I definitely think that other ponytail could be higher. Not this one, in the reflection. Over here. Like it should be like way up here, I think. Diddle diddle. Cute. Let's put those lines back against this one. Should I do the pants too? We'll do like the faded, like. Let's just borrow this as well. Okay, and with that, I think I actually want to just duplicate this and close everything. So that's pretty good. And then we can just change the face. You can go like this. We'll get rid of these guys. Maybe I should have kept the other one to see what face I did before, but that's okay. What did I have before, actually? Just out of curiosity. I am gonna keep that layer just to show where I came from. Bump, then delete that. Sammy, what you have for dinner on Monday night? Monday. I don't know if I can remember that far. Monday. I'm trying to think. What was Sunday? And then what was Monday? I think Kai made chicken. I think that was when that was. My sense of time is really bad. I can't remember if that was that same. It was probably something like that. Either that or like McDonald's had that like they have this new like big arch. It's basically a combo between the Big Mac and the Quarter Pounder, which is great because those are the two things that I'm always deciding between. And so they made kind of a middle ground. So we had that at some point during the week. I can't remember if that was Monday necessarily. Oh, poor Ditto. I'm gonna cry. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry over my own drawing. You don't understand. When I first sketched this out, I actually started crying. I was like, poor Ditto. You misses his trainer. I don't like how I did these eyes. Hang on. One other little detail I want to change is I want this hand to be droopy. I want it to be sad. Another one that's an excited hand. That's my trainer's back. But this one, looks kind of janky, but that's okay. I think Ditto is kind of meant to look janky, so it works. Should I just redo the whole arm so it's like drooping straight down? Maybe. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize ads were going. Thank you guys, as usual. What is that? Oops. Okay, looking solid. I think that's good. It gets the message across. Yeah, I'll put a little Sammy Dew on it and call it good. Like I said, this was always meant to be a pretty simple thing anyways, so nothing crazy, just a cute little doodle. The other one I'll probably put a little more effort into rendering and clean line art and all that fun jazz. What was that? Oh, hello, thank you. Mr. Takumi Ao, thanks for subscribing with Prime. Happy affiliate anniversary, thanks. I didn't even realize because I've been playing Pokopia all week. But yeah, just about done here, I think. I'm just gonna throw a little Sammy Dew on each of these and then boop-a-doo-boop-a-doo-ba-doo. Low power, but okay, you know what? That was perfect timing because I was like, you know what? It's time to wrap up anyways. Kai Hane wants to collaborate. I feel like that was not intentional. Thank you for the invite to collaborate, but I think we both need to go to bed soon. Anyways, here it is. There's Ditto. Oh wait, you know what else I was gonna put on this one was a little like... Yeah. Oh, hang on. Like a little emoji thing. Like a, ooh, is that my trainer? This is very much just a silly doodle kind of thing, but silly doodle that took a few hours. I don't want to cover the face. That's probably good. Should I do it like exclamation mark? No, I think that's good. I'm back from ads. Welcome back from ad. Thank you for hanging out through it. I was just saying, I think we're just about done, which is perfect timing because my my iPad is at 10%. Actually, there. I had it plugged in for like half of the stream, but that was about it. Yeah, we've got, oh, is that my trainer? Nope, it's just a mirror, and then it's sad. Yeah, thanks for hanging out while I drew this. The other thing that I think I'm fine with showing it is I had this one. I don't know if this counts as like, yeah, but I have this one. This is kind of, yeah, also a little ditto thing, but that'll we can work on another time. That can be our next thing. But like I said, I think it would be cool to stream Pokopia. I don't know if I would be that interesting to watch. But if I'm gonna be playing anyways, then, you know. Yeah, but I don't really have a good game overlay set up. I did make one technically, but I haven't set it up yet. And all my OBS scenes are a little bit sloppy right now. Like this one and the starting and ending are pretty much the only ones I'm like really comfortable going to. I mean, like, I can use the other ones, but I know the last time I used my game overlay, I literally just repurposed it as a BRB screen like while I was live. So everything's a total mess. It definitely needs to be reorganized. I need to reformat my chat widgets and such, but in the meantime, yeah, this is what we got. We got that done. We've got that one for another day. We can visit each other. We can. I can't read. We can visit other people's dream islands, and there's co-op quests for coins. Ooh, that sounds great because apparently I'm broke. I know Takumi is also broke, but apparently I'm also broke. I didn't really look that closely, but Kai told me that I am broke because I had him go around for me. Got you the fluorescent lights. Oh, thank you. Because group challenges. Ah, okay. Thank you. Got you more coins. Thank you. I really appreciate. You're still broke though. Yeah, I can imagine. That's okay. I'll figure it out. We'll work on it. We'll rely on stamps or something. I figured when Takumi said that he was broke that I would also be on that same boat soon thereafter. But yeah. Anyways, that was fun. Let's see. I guess we can wrap up here. Should we raid someone today? Is anyone? Man, no one I know is streaming Pokopia right now. I feel like everyone I know who has been streaming Pokopia has been doing it in like the middle of the day. There's Monster Hunter. What's Crimson? Oh, I've heard of Crimson Desert. Let's raid Kai Hane. He did invite me to collaborate. Maybe we can raid Kai. Can we raid you, Kai? Can you go live for like 10 seconds? HH. What does that mean? Is that like a huh? Let's see, we could do quite a few artists are live. ASMR, that can be very dangerous. ASMR can be very, very dangerous. Palia, that's always a good one. You know what? Let's raid Jomar again. Jomar isn't streaming Pokopia right now, but he's a pretty big Pokemon streamer, and I know he was streaming Pokopia at some point, and he's pretty chill. We'll just raid into him and call it a night. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. Yeah, I figured I should get a stream in because I went a little while without streaming and I felt a little bit bad. I know a few people asked about Vanilla Mochi. I don't know where he's at. He seems busy though. But okay, let me get this set up. I won't send raid message. I'll just feel free to say whatever you want. Let me remember how to type. Jomar, start this raid. Alrighty. Okay, chatty dude, that was a random time to remind about pronouns. Yeah, have a good night. Talk to you guys next time. Let me turn this off. This music is distracting me. Okay. Yeah, good night. Maybe I'll stream this weekend. There's no specific plans for this weekend, but we'll see. I might just get sucked into Pokopia. Maybe on stream, maybe not. We'll see if I actually set it up, but yeah, okay. Bye bye.